I want to share with you, I've had a crisis in the last 48 hours, and it is not because my left arm is all black and blue from falling on Michigan Street. I lost my Facebook page. I really don't know how I did that. Of course, I'm hard-pressed to understand how I got it either. But a couple things came up on the screen, and I either pushed the wrong one or took too long, and poof, it disappeared. And so at first I thought, well, okay, you all know that I'm not a phone person, have things done on it or whatever. There's my phone now. So I thought, well, maybe I'll pass on it and just let it go. And then I thought, well, no, I missed pictures of my grandchildren and stuff like that. So I went on the app and it said, please put in your password. Well, I couldn't remember my password for the life of me. And so I couldn't get back to the old one, so I've started a new one, which is a pain. So some of you may have gotten messages that I would like you to friend me, and you already are. I have gotten several people who have texted me to say that my account has been hacked because they got another friend request. And I texted them back and said, no, it hasn't been. I lost the other one. Just make me your friend. So my daughter let me know immediately last night. And so that if I haven't gotten back to you yet and you do get one, I have not been hacked. Or anyway, I don't think so. But I'm trying to start this all over again. I didn't particularly like starting it the first time, and now it seems even more confusing, though I did write down my password this time, so that if necessary, I can get back into it. I'm sorry if it's made chaos on your end of your phone and your Facebook, which has all reminded me that I was never going to do this in the first place. Bill Wassner tried at least once a week to get me on Facebook, and he would say, you have to do it because that's where things are going on. And I said, well, if something's going on I need to know here, you tell me, and if something goes on personally at home, Bernie tells me. I thought that worked well, but then we started recording everything and posting things, and I wanted to check that Bill didn't cut off the top of my head every week, and so I got on. As I have said many times, probably you've heard enough, I have had to go places that I never imagined. I do feel like the Starship Enterprise and its crew, that I have had to go places that I have never gone before, and I guess I've survived. I'm not real happy, but the other day, now no one's going to believe it, but the other day I was looking at somebody and they had their little, don't they have those watches that connect to the Bill's saying yes? I thought, well, wouldn't that be nice to have? And then I thought, oh my Lord, I have drunk the Kool-Aid. I am now becoming one of those people who uses those devices. So I told myself I couldn't have one, especially when I saw how expensive they were. And but I think all these mixed feelings that I'm having about all of this is also like all the mixed feelings we're having about our life together. Especially as we come more and more out of the pandemic, and are more and more open to start doing things that we got used to that being closed down, and now we have to open up again. And chances are, not even chances are, for sure, things are never going to be the same again. We're in the midst of all kinds of decisions that have to be made, like mine about whether or not to go back on Facebook. Are we going to build? Aren't we going to build? Are we going to stay here? Are we going to, find an empty building? I know what we are not considering is moving to the east side, so I don't want anybody to worry about that. And but there's a lot going on. I say all this because as I have had to, in the last week, put my shoulder to the wheel and try to get back on Facebook, I really think we're going to have to put our shoulders to the wheel and work on coming back as a church. This time we have the opportunity to decide what that's going to look like. Lots of people have lots of ideas. And unlike my Facebook debacle, we don't do any of this alone. We need to do it with each other, and we need to start talking about these things, and we need to start making decisions, and we need to start listening to one another, and we all need to be involved in the process. I don't know, I think I'll probably say that a lot in the coming months. We all need to be involved. There is something each of us can do, even if it's just sharing your opinion, which I'm sure many will want to do. So I guess I'm asking from this little experience of mine with Facebook. Sometimes I refer to it as YouTube, and I know when I say that it's wrong, but I think, oh well. But I would invite everybody on the journey that we are taking now and will continue to take. A journey we cannot make on our own as individuals, but we need to figure out what St. Paul's as a community of faith is going to look like, and the things it's going to do, and what it believes, and who's willing to step up to do the work, because we don't have, we don't have a lot of people. And so we need to work on that. So I think in the coming months, you're going to be invited to share your feelings, your ideas, whatever. And I guess I hope you do. And that we come somewhere to an accommodation with one another, so that we can continue and do ministry as St. Paul's, wherever that takes us. So if you get a friend request, please friend me, or I will be alone. And if you receive a request to be involved in the life of this church beyond what you've done before, please say yes, or we will be alone. Take care. I hope there is not another trauma I have to share with you next week. It's taken a lot of energy out of me. So take care and keep safe. And if you haven't gotten your vaccine, get it. And all be well. Bye.